I've never been able to be a soft girl. I'm so like, and now I'm just like, and then when I lower my voice and I need to be taken seriously and handled delicately, and I just look and I'm like, baby, look, I'm not okay. I need this. I need you. I get whatever the fuck I want.
As a woman, you don't get what you want from a man by acting like a man in any context. And as a man, you don't get what you want from a woman by acting like a woman in any context. The woman's superpower will always be the woman's feminine indifference, which are the aspects of the woman that is wholeheartedly different to the man. And the man's superpower will always be the man's masculine indifference, which are the aspects of a man which are wholeheartedly different to the woman.
Who told me to be aggressive? This is crazy.
The same people who told you to be aggressive towards a man are the same people who told you to not cook or care for a man. They are the same people who told you to prioritize your career over your own biological rewards and interests. And they are the same people telling you to sleep around like a man, to have sex without commitment like a man, to be like a man but less than a man without any duty, bravery, or responsibility. So, a cowardly man. These people are hell-bent on creating a generation of women who are immoral, a generation of women who are morally inferior than the men, which is dark because the only power women have and has always had over men in this life is their moral superiority. Let me explain. Women have always been considered morally superior than men, and in a number of different ways. And this has always been the woman's most powerful asset along with her beauty. Her moral superiority complements her beauty and creates this packaging of high value. This value has always rivaled, if not surpassed, the value of the man's value in society. And it is this combination of beauty and moral superiority that is referred to as the muse, which is the creative inspiration of all men, even gay men. Every little boy's first real inspiration to climb and make something of himself comes from him looking upwards towards the beautiful women who represent and symbolize moral superiority to the boy. The woman who symbolizes goodness, virtue, and purity. The boy thinks to himself, if I do all of the right things as a man, then one day I could have somebody like her. Whereas a gay boy would think to himself, a gay boy, whereas a homosexual boy will think to himself, if I do all of the right things, then one day I can be somebody like her. So women have always known throughout human history, well, up until today, that their power over men lies in their moral superiority over men. And how they maintain this power is by being indifferent to the darker aspects of humanity and leaving the men behind to operate in debaucherous activities and hedonistic behaviors that the women themselves are above. This created a dynamic where the man felt a powerful desire to prove himself to a woman who represented and symbolized everything he is not, a good and pure woman. This is something that has been completely abandoned in the intersexual dynamics we see today. Today, it can be argued that the modern day woman is morally inferior to the modern day man, marking the legitimate end of a man's desire to prove himself good to the morally superior woman. The modern day woman has replaced moral superiority with childish petulance, entitlement, delusion, jealousy, and abandonment of the feminine. If you Google search right now, dutiful, in Google, you will be surprised by all of the feminist articles who preach going against being dutiful and seeing your life as something that should be duty and purpose driven. Women used to take pride in what they represented, what they symbolized. Being a woman used to be your job straight off the bat. You had to carry yourself in a certain type of way because what you symbolized and represented in society was the foundations of everything. It was the reason why the men got out of bed. It was the reason why the boys climbed a mountain. Women used to be happy in their duty and what they used to represent. They used to represent fertility, life, creation. These are things that the women have been conditioned and indoctrinated out of. Somehow modern day women look at these things as not rewarding, something that they have been misled into doing, something that the men have forced them into doing without realizing that this was the sole and only way that they've accumulated power. And all of the forces today have ruined it. Ladies, once the institution of marriage is gone, which it's looking like it would be, then boyfriends and girlfriends will be the next thing to be gone. Soon there will be a world of no commitment. It will literally just be sex and individuals. A woman can never win in a world like that. A woman can never win in a world like that. A world like that will be full of men having 10 to 12 children and just doing what they want without any of the commitment or the responsibilities of said world. This is the fallacy that has been shown to you. Do you know a man doesn't have to raise his kids? You know most kids will just search for their dads at 18, 16, regardless if the dad is a good dad or not. Men lead a completely different life to a woman. So it's very important that women as a collective have in accordance the right behaviour, but because it's the woman's indifference that teaches men how to behave. But you can't be indifferent towards a man without being morally superior. You can't be fat looking down on somebody because they don't go to the gym. You can't be broke looking down on somebody because they don't have any money. Which leads me on to my next point of the video, the main point of the video. This is a very, very long intro. You can't convince a man to be monogamous if you yourself has slept with many men outside of monogamy. You yourself can't talk down on the lustful and evil nature of a man's sexuality if you yourself have adopted the same said evil and lustful nature. I don't like to talk about or use examples for myself. It defeats the whole point of having a faceless page. But because I've messed this video up and I've done the most longest intro of all time, I'm just going to speak about myself. For me, I've probably met one woman in my entire life who was able to seduce me, who was able to influence me. Maybe one or two, who's been able to get me to stop what I got going on, to only focus on them, to exclusively deal with them. And obviously all women try to get you to do this, but literally probably like one or two women have actually been able to get me to do this, and it's because they don't have any feminine indifference. In my dynamics, I have all of the masculine indifference because I am always the morally superior person in my dynamics with women. I am always the only person who is greatly morally superior in the right aspects or in any aspect, right? So for me, the masculine indifference is having powerful behaviors and disciplines. That is your strength as a guy. Your journey as a guy is to slay dragons, go out into the world, experience the world, put yourself out there and, face rejection, overcome pain, suffering, embarrassment. That's your job as a man. And because of that, the skills that you develop better behaviors, you develop a better attitude, you develop a better spirit, and you develop stronger disciplines than women. That's what a masculine man is. And because of that, a masculine man is allowed to be indifferent to bad behaviors and bad disciplines because he has the moral superior monopoly on that, right? So when this man tells you, listen, sort out these behaviors by tomorrow or I'm gone, you will believe him, right? That level of indifference it makes sense because he's morally superior. If anything, you are holding him back. You are holding the relationship back because he is doing good and you are doing bad, right? So that's the reason why that works. And so for me, I've always had tons and tons and tons of power in my intersexual dynamics with women because I'm masculine. So I always have the better behaviors. I'm always more fair. I'm always more generous, right? I am emotionally available, right? Because I'm not closed off. I'm not scared. I'm not fearful. I'm not anxious. I'm not trying to prove myself with women. But all of the women I'm going to deal with, as what I just said there, all of the women are going to be doing those things with me. So that puts me in a moral superior position, and that allows me to be indifferent, to pull away. That allows me to punish you for your bad behavior. That allows me to walk away and you're going to come back, right? Because I am, in this context, I'm good and you're bad. But on the flip side, I keep saying never met. You rarely ever meet women who actually have feminine indifference. They don't really, your modern day woman doesn't have aspects of morality that is superior to you. Like entitlement, how you want to be treated, that's moral inferior to me. Like that's something I overcame in childhood. I don't really focus and spend my time thinking about how others treat me. So when I come face to face with that type of behavior, it's inferior to me. It's so easy for me to be indifferent towards it. And straight away, that's going to make me out to be the high value person in the dynamic. But anyway, women are unable to really do that. The way that the woman is supposed to be indifferent towards the man is due to is down to his sexuality and his selfishness. But if you as a woman, if you have a worse sexuality than a man and you are more selfish than the man, then you don't have any moral superiority. So any indifference you display is just going to be toxic. It's going to be narcissistic. It's going to be seen as foul play. You're going to pull away for no reason. You will pull away when things are going good and you're getting worried. You're going to pull away when you feel insecure. You're going to pull away when you feel like you're not providing any value. You're going to pull away when you feel like you can't influence or seduce this man correctly. Those are the wrong reasons to pull away. Those make you look bad. Those are anti-seductive reasons. Those are unattractive reasons. For example, with me, I never ever pull away for anything that's going to make me look unattractive or anti-seductive. So because of that, I don't really display any unattractive or anti-seductive behaviors. I don't do any foul play. I don't lie or manipulate or deceive. I don't have to do any of these things because all I have to do is be morally superior in the areas that I'm morally superior. All I have to do is be indifferent to your bad behavior and I'm going to have all the power in the dynamic. But you as a woman, you're unable to be indifferent to any of my behavior because you've got the same behaviors. You can't tell me to be monogamous and only sleep with you when you slept with 50 guys. No, you're the wrong person to do that. I'm just going to think you're desperate. I'm just going to think you can't seduce me into making this decision. But if I'm dealing with a woman who's genuinely pure of heart, who doesn't put her body out on Instagram, who doesn't have a rotation of 4, who doesn't sleep with men who don't love her, who isn't committed to her, a woman who isn't hedonistic, a woman who isn't debaucherous, a woman who stays indoors and practices self-control, that woman, if she was to display indifference to, let's say, me practicing optionality, me having 4 girls that I'm dealing with at the same time, if that woman was to provide value to me and then express indifference to that behavior, it will work. It will work, and it works in the past. This is what modern day women are not understanding. Ladies, ask every single guy you know what I've just said to you just then. Ask a guy if a pure woman doesn't drive out this said purity within the man. It works that way. Okay, this is the reason why you see women turn Christians, turn born-again virgins, turn celibate for years around their 30s. They realize this too late. They realize, oh, I can't flipping make this man change his sexuality for me if I've got the same sexuality. He needs to think I'm the opposite of him so I can create that gap and he will actually work towards it. Because as it stands now, I keep creating this gap with men and they're not working towards it. Yeah, because we don't see you as the moral superiority. You're not the person to I'm not trying to take gym advice from a 300-pound guy. Okay? Yeah, I know that I could do more in the gym, but you're the wrong messenger. Guys, I really believe this video is very valuable. What do you guys think? I think this is a very valuable video. I woke up on a vibe today and I decided that I'm going to just compose this video that surely has a lot of value. Surely. Guys, support the channel. Hit the link. You can support the channel. Sign up to the one-on-one coaching. I have one spot available. But, you know, these things change month to month. So sign up if you want any help, if you want to know a bit more. I'll be producing more videos. I'm going to try and do some more. I'll start doing some practical videos once, like with real life step things about what to do. Once I feel like I've kind of explained the theory of my body of work, because there's no point in giving you practical advice if you don't kind of understand where I'm coming from, the nuanced positioning of where I'm coming from. I'm not any of these pillars. I'm nothing like you've seen online. Nothing. There's nobody out there that's like me. Some people keep saying I'm like this fellow called replicant fish or something like that. I can see it, but no, I'm a complete original. Guys, link in the bio. You can support the channel that way. You can see me on my other social media. I'm quite active on Instagram. I'll be posting videos a lot more consistently on this platform as well. I've been ill recently. That's the reason why I have not been able to post consistently, but I'm feeling better, so I'm going to start posting a lot more. I'm going to cover a lot of topics before I start going a bit more practical. All of this is great and stuff, and you'll learn a lot here, but if you really want to level this thing up and really understand this on a level that you will never be able to understand it just by watching the videos, then sign up to the one-on-one coaching if you want to be coached by me one-on-one. You'll be transformed in a week, let alone a month, let alone any longer period of time. My work isn't just crap. It's not designed to be. I'm not expecting to talk to you in it all of the time, man. Like, I'm gonna just let's transform you and keep it moving. There's loads of people to go through. Women, you're okay to sign up as well. Not okay to sign up. Please sign up. Please sign up. If you see anything that you like in my work, and if you think I can help you, it's up to you guys. That's the beauty of all of this. How beautiful is this? All right, all of this stuff is my CV. You guys have a look through my CV. Let me know if you like it. See you on the next one.